Austin Police Detective Rolando Ramirez was still settling into a new job in homicide the morning of March 2nd. He was first up to take the lead on the city's next murder case.
Around 8 o'clock in the morning, I was notified of an explosion device that went off, and there was a victim that was pronounced deceased.
By the time Detective Ramirez arrived at the scene of a house on Haverford Drive, officers had described a debris field, a victim with injuries that left no doubt it was a bomb.
The first thing I did, I asked everybody, has anybody worked a case like this?
But no one had. Detective Ramirez, who had spent the last few years of his career in child abuse, followed several leads the next 10 days. He tried to find out who killed Stephen Anthony House and why. They looked into whether he was a mistaken target after a police drug raid on the street, whether House himself was responsible. Then on the morning of March 12th, he got another call. 2 more bombings in one morning, including one that killed 17-year-old Draylon Mason.
And it was sort of like a personal hit because it's part of the community. It's a young child that had the rest of his life to live. So that was the worst feeling. And then realizing that the person or persons doing this did not care who the victim was.
In the 19 days when the serial bomber attacked Austin, Detective Ramirez helped coordinate hundreds of federal and local investigators. It is thought to be the largest manhunt ever in Austin.
And I was wondering why, the reason behind it, and what happened to him that made him decide to go and hurt people.
Detectives followed several dead-end leads. They used old-fashioned police work, going door to door to interview possible witnesses, and high-tech surveillance. On the night of March 20th, their work paid off. They traced the suspect to a parking lot in Round Rock. Over the next few hours, SWAT team members moved in, using a police maneuver to knock his truck off the I-35 frontage road. Ramirez showed up a short time later, the emotion of the past 3 weeks finally sinking in.
I was angry because he made us go through all of this, the community. He took the peace away from Austin, and it was senseless.
Over the past year, Detective Ramirez has tried to uncover everything he can, including why. But in the end, he has never found that answer.
We just want to make sure that when we close this case, it's closed completely and there's no questions out there from the public.
Detective Ramirez says he hopes to finally finish his work in coming weeks, closing the file on a case that will go down in Austin history. Tony Plahetsky, KVUE News.